Hello there, welcome to this video. Welcome to Yoga with Anja. My name is Anja and I look very forward to be your teacher on this channel. Today we're going to move through a full body yoga sequence. It's going to be quite a gentle one, but we're going to really move from the toes all the way up into the head, getting the whole body moving and just allowing the body to release, to soften, and yeah, maybe bring energy back into your life. Thank you for tuning in and get ready to practice now. We begin our practice lying down on the back, and I always start, no matter if I have 2 minutes to practice, I always start with a breath, because the breath in yoga is our most important tool, so we really want to honor that. And beginning in a constructive rest, that means that the feet are hip width apart, knees are pointing towards the ceiling, and then take your left hand onto your heart and your right palm onto the area of your lower belly. And you might have seen it already, I kind of shift around quite a lot here, but we want to make sure you get nice and comfortable. So lift the head, tuck the chin down to your chest and lift the hips a bit further away towards the heels. Close your eyes or send your gaze up towards the ceiling and allow your eyes to soften there for a moment. And right away we begin with our breath today. So on the inhale, I would like you to breathe into the left palm first. Breathe into the area of your chest, and then your right hand, your belly. Feel your palms rising. And with the exhale, we reverse that. So the right palm is deflating and the left hand is softening to the heart. So the two-part breath for today. Inhale into your left hand, chest rising. Breathe in again, belly rising. And then exhale, right hand is softening. And left palm relaxes. Inhale, breathe into your heart. Breathe into your belly. Exhale, belly softens and chest relaxes. 3 more. Inhale, left palm. Right palm. Exhale, right hand relaxes and left hand relaxes. Breathe in. Breathe in again. Breathe out, relax the belly. Breathe out, relax the chest. Take one more round, deepest round you've taken so far today. Inhale through the nose into your chest, the belly. Fill your lungs with fresh air. Exhale, relax at the right hand. Relax at the left hand. Very, very nice. And then from here, slowly let go. We continue with the breath throughout the practice, but now release your hands and start to extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling. And have a look that your feet can just rest over the hips. If they're bent a lot, that doesn't matter at all, but keep your arms nice and soft to begin. Now from here, start to roll through the ankles. Turn your feet into one direction. I don't know if you can hear it, but my feet do crazy clicks and cracks every time I do that. So maybe yours are joining in here. And really try to move into your whole ankle joint, the whole range of movement you have there. And then change direction. Rolling through the toes and already now reminding yourself that you want to breathe nice and deep. So you can carry on with those 2 parts, belly and chest. Chest and belly rather, and then come back and really press the heels up and flex the toes towards you. Keep a soft bend in the knees and then point your toes away. Try to really make ballerina feet here, pointing into the big toes. Beautiful work. And then very slowly release the right foot down and hold on to the back of your left thigh. And then we start to move through the knee joint. Take a few rounds here, really trying to move into that left knee. Change direction. And now to do that a little bit more, hold on to the knee and then start to turn your knee into one direction. Now we're going to target more of the hip, but we still try to roll slightly through the knee, maybe the ankle as well. And just warming up the body in a very nice and gentle way. Then change direction. And then release the left foot to the ground, lift the right leg, and first of all, again, start to create a few circles where you mainly try to move from the knee. Then change direction. And then hold onto the knee. Well, now we're going to move a bit more into the hip, starting to lubricate the hip joint. Stay moving. Ooh, that was a big click and crack. So have a look. If you hear those clicks, change direction, always at the same spot. You might want to change it, but if it pops, that's usually good. That's air releasing from in between the joints. But wow, that was a big one. Anyways, now we come to a finish of that knee movement and bring both knees in and up towards the chest. And now for bigger hip circles, bring your knees apart and then all the way back together. And especially now, as you draw the knees into your belly, see if you can exhale at that point. You inhale as you move the knees around and exhale, knees to the chest. And just find your own rhythm. That might be quicker than I do it, that might be slower. Just moving in a tempo that feels like a nice one for you. And then change direction and be really focused on the area of the hip here. Let's take about 3 more circles here. You might notice if there is one hip that is moving quite a bit more than the other, or quite more easy, or quite easier, I think that's the right term, than the other. Good. And then slowly bring it back together. Now drop the right foot down again and take the left foot on top of the right thigh for a lying pigeon pose. Open the left knee forward. And now here you can either choose to have both of your hands on the hips, just resting there, and you try to lightly move the left knee and gently push the left foot towards the right thigh. Not much, but seeing if you can activate the leg slightly. If you feel like you want to go a bit further, you could lift the right foot, interlock your hands around that leg, and then start to draw the knee into your chest. And we stay here for 3 breaths again. Have a look that your hips stay leveled. So usually the right hip wants to lift further. Try to keep them in one line. Relax the right foot actually. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. And then keep your left foot on top of the right thigh, but relax the right foot back down. Now you can lightly help with your hands to shift the hips to the left. And now drop the left foot to the right side of the mat. And already here, we start to move our way further up into the body. So now we're targeting the area of the low back with that twist. It's also a nice stretch for the ITB band, the outer thigh. Maybe even feel it in the glutes. Take your left arm into a cactus shape and look over your left shoulder. And here what you want to work on is slightly pushing or drawing the left knee to the front of the mat, and you just very, very gently hold your ankle. And see now as you breathe in and out, if you can really visualize your breath drawing or moving rather down into your low back. So you're inhaling, belly is rising, maybe even the low back is lightly lifting. You exhale to relax. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Beautiful work. And then with the help of your hands, slowly release and come all the way back. And let's relax the left foot. We're going to move that onto the second side. So from here, take the right foot on top of the left thigh. Option 1, you stay down here, the right knee is moving forward, or you can lift at the leg and interlock your fingers behind your thigh. And if your shoulders are lifting, I really recommend you to take the first option. It never matters which version you take. So it's not that this one is better than the first one. It's just how your body is maybe more or less flexible in different areas. So you're just working with where you're at today. Have a look that you're shifting the body a bit back to the left, not rolling onto the right side too much, and relax the shoulders. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale. Very, very nice. And then release the left foot, shift the hips, to the right and then drop the foot over to the left. Now, if your foot is not fully making it to the ground, you can pause and just help holding onto the right foot with your left hand. Otherwise, arm comes into a cactus shape, turn your head towards your right shoulder, and the knee is just gradually moving further forward. Holding the ankle, make sure that you relax anywhere else in the body that doesn't need to be involved here. Any muscles like the shoulders, the neck that don't need to work. And let's take a couple more breaths here. Very, very nice. And then come back to center. So as we worked our way now up into the center of the body, we are just going to release that area a little bit more. Feet mat width apart, arms in that cactus shape, and then windshield wipe your knees to one side, look past the opposite shoulder, roll the feet back through center. Low back is a very sensitive area and a very vulnerable area of the body. It's that connection kind of the lower part of the body and the upper body. So make sure you give it a bit of love here today. Good, and then come back to center. Lift your knees to your chest, hold onto the back of your thighs, and with one rock, we're going to come up into all fours. So from here, start to rock forward, cross at your legs, and then take your hands forward, bring the knees back, and find your way into tabletop. I'm going to move through a few rounds of cat and cow now. So we worked our way up to the hips, the low back, and now we move our way further up towards the upper back. So here for the whole spine, drop the belly, lift your chest and your gaze arch your back. And on the exhale, round the body, tuck your chin to your chest. 4 more rounds, drop the belly, lift your shoulders back and down. Exhale to round for cat pose. Really focus on your spinal movement here for 3 more rounds. So trying to bring movement into your whole spine. Exhale. Inhale, dropping the belly. Lift chest and gaze. Exhale to round. Very nice. Last round here. Inhale, drop the belly. Lift chest and gaze. And exhale to round fully. Now for puppy's pose or heart to earth pose, curl your toes under and keep the hips over the knees. Walk your hands forward and away from the body and melt the forehead down to the ground. And here you can really allow your heart to melt down as well. Think of dropping your armpits a little bit further down to the ground. And as we do this posture, we're going to move our way further up into the body. We are now at the shoulders, so we try to really relax and find more space in the shoulders now. It's quite a challenging posture. So again, if the head is lifted, you can stay here, or you can take your hands a bit further back and then just step by step allowing the body to melt a little bit more. Lift the hips back and up and take about 2 more breaths here. On every inhale, lightly push the mat or the floor forward. Exhale, soften the shoulders. 1 more inhale. And 1 more exhale. Beautiful work. And then with the help of your hands, slowly walk your palms all the way back to center. And then come to take a seat. If you like to add a toe stretch, you sit on your heels with the toes curled under. If that's too much, take any other version of a seated posture. And then bring your arms out to the side. And for eagle arms, bring the left arm underneath the right. Now this version is eagle arms, where you try to bring the palms towards one another. You can hold the shoulders, it's a bit a lighter version. Or you can just bring the back of your hands towards one another. Maybe that's the first time you're trying eagle arms. And then from here, just drop the forehead down toward your elbows. I'm just not going to do too much, otherwise the microphone, I'm going to eat the microphone here. But really allow your head to flop down. The shoulders are lightly tracing back and the elbows are moving forward. And think of continuously lifting your fingertips up. And at the same time, press your forearms in. I know there is lots going on. Still working on the shoulders, but slightly moving into the arms now. Take one more inhale breath, lift the head back to center, look up, lift your fingertips. And then on the exhale breath, slowly and carefully release. The same on the other side. Again, you can still sit on your heels. Bring your opposite arm underneath. So that should be the right arm, the left arm on top. And then again, lift your fingertips and drop the forehead down. And the same here if you're holding opposite shoulders rather. Move your elbows in towards one another, create a bit of resistance, and just feel how the shoulder blades are broadening at the back and how you create more space there. Relaxing the head, the neck here. So again, we target the whole body. And it always is a full body movement because even here your toes should be active. Your whole body needs to be aware and active. And then bring your head back to center. Now before we release, so wherever you are, take one circle. So draw your arms into one direction and then all the way down and up. And then we release all the way out from eagle arms. Now coming back into tabletop. And just take a moment to roll your shoulders here. Move through the head in any way that feels nice. And now as we move our way further down the arms, we're going to work on a bit of wrist release. So spread your fingers as wide as you possibly can and start to turn your body towards the left hand. And then you're circling around. And it doesn't matter what you're doing really with your body, but you try to transfer the weight from one finger into the other. So your whole hand gets that nice release. And then change direction. Let's take a couple more circles here. Very, very nice. And then slowly come back. Lift your upper body and then just shake your hands out for a moment and relax your shoulders as well. Interlock your fingers, stretch your arms forward, take a deep breath in, lift your hands all the way up towards the skies and have a look that your shoulders stay completely relaxed. Take an in-breath, a stretch for the side body and for both of our arms. On the exhale, tilt the body to the left side. Inhale back through center, very nice. And exhale all the way to the other side. Come back to center and release your arms down. Bring your hands behind your back. Now from here, open your heart towards the skies. Take another stretch for the arms, another opening for the chest. And then with your exhale, slowly and carefully release. Now to move towards the end of our practice, we take a seated posture. And here I would like you to take your hands onto the shoulders and just take a few nice circles here. Come back to your breath, so especially for the last part of this practice, make your breath more important than the movement. Change direction. And then as you come back to center, really use your hands here to relax the shoulders down. So keep that as a reminder. Drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Bring the head back to center. Right ear, right shoulder. Come all the way back to center. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in all the way back through to center. And exhale. To release. Let's finish our practice with 3 collective breaths so we can seal off this full body practice, this gentle full body practice, but still really nourishing, really good for the body. So on your in-breath, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Take a full breath, hands meet at the top, and exhale, draw your hands down through the heart. Feel free to close your eyes as a gesture of gratitude. Inhale, pointing the thumbs up and together into prayer, and exhale, tuck the chin down to your chest. One more round. Inhale, full breath in. Really take that breath for yourself. And exhale, seal off your practice. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow your chin down in gratitude. Thank you very much for being here today. You've done an amazing job. Well done. And namaste.